What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, new year. All right, now I hope you guys are thinking about new year, new you. I know I am. I mean, I've got some goals that I'm kind of thinking about for 2020 in terms of how I want to trade, what I want to get better at, and things like that. I'm gonna make a separate video about my 2020 goals and plans. But for today's recap, you guys will see a kind of regular day, nothing crazy. Ended up finishing, well, green in my small account, red in my big account. Not the best day. SCS was a tough one. You had to be quick on it because it was whipping around. It was wild. I know a lot of you guys were having problems with Thinkorswim this morning. There were some server issues there or something, which is always frustrating, but you have to take it in stride because it's part of the deal. I mean, we're so reliant on technology, but when it doesn't work, it's very easy for us to get incredibly frustrated, and you just have to kind of accept that you're powerless. There's nothing you can do when TD Ameritrade, has issues. I mean, you could certainly look for other brokers and stuff like that, but on a very short-term basis, you just kind of have to sit with it. So calm, cool, and collected. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the recap today. If you have not already checked out our New Year's Eve sales, you better get down there and do that. I'm gonna put the link right in the description, and I hope you guys become members of the Warrior Trading family this year, all right? Now, I am gonna put out a video, I think tomorrow, where I'll let you guys know what how everything finished for the small account challenge. From $500 to over $50,000. I'm gonna teach a short class on it early next week, and I'll invite you guys to attend. So that's gonna be, I'll have a video coming up about that tomorrow. All right, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, first day of 2020. And I'm finishing today up $2,759.58. I'm still trading in the small account, quote, small account. Starting equity was at $53,000 this morning, which means I've got over $300,000 in buying power. But I'm not going to, when I talk about this small account challenge, I'll be talking about what I did in the month of December. From December 2nd or whatever it was until the 31st. So turning $500 into $53,000 in 17 days. And anything that I make today and tomorrow, happy with that. A little extra profit, that's great. That'll just go onto my totals for the month of January. And then I'm gonna start a new small account challenge next week. So why don't we just talk about today's recap, separate from the small account challenge stuff. I am working on importing my trades and putting together a class that I'll teach probably early next week on the month of December and this whole small account challenge. And that will cap off, that'll be the last video in the small account challenge series. So this morning, leading gapper, PULM, we'll do time frame here, historical data, well, let's do 920. So today's a day where I actually ended up giving back just about half my profits. Again, I did it yesterday, or I did it on Tuesday, and I've done it again today. Leading gapper, PULM, initially I was interested, but it didn't end up really doing much. I mean, the bulk of the move was pre-market. The bell rang, it sold off, started to do a red to green move, and I said I was interested if it could break over this 68, maybe 78 level, but it couldn't, so no trades on that. Next one down, SCS. This is a stock that it's tough because it's a former runner. This is a day over the course of 3 days where it went from a low of $1.71 to a high of $26. Pretty crazy, right? So over the last few months, this was back in October, we've had a few days where it pops up and starts to take off again, and traders jump on it quickly, remembering the potential that this stock had, that when it works, when it really opens up, it has the potential to make some pretty big moves. So anyways, I was looking at it and I thought, well, over 1108, it has no resistance on the daily up to $16. So I took a few trades on it. My first trade was right here when the bell rang. All right, so the bell rang and I jumped in at 1050, looking for the break over this kind of pre-market pivot here, and then a break of 11. Well, it ended up ripping up to 1149. And so in that trade, I made $3,000. It was like right away, $3,000, boom, I'm done. That was, pretty impressive. I really was impressed with it. Let's look at this on like a 10-second chart just to kind of look at this in a little more detail. All right, so this was the trade right here. And you can see it squeezed up here, it then dropped down. I actually thought that it was gonna halt going up. And so this, again, is one of the challenges that I'm experiencing as a kind of trader where I'm at, is trying to trade these stocks in multiple accounts at the same time and kind of coming up short when I do. Let me just log into my Lightspeed account here real quick. Let's see. There we go. Yep, okay. All right, so I took, in my Lightspeed account, I missed this good entry, right? This was the solid entry. And then I jumped in up here at around 11. All right, well, the stock squeezes up from 11 to 11.49. It doesn't hold that level. I'm holding through the pullback in my big account. Here, let's see, here we go. So I ended up giving back, basically, these like flatten each other out. Well, actually, red net. So we have this squeeze up here to 11.50. I don't end up being able to sell during that squeeze. In the big account, I sold in the small account. Then this drops, and right here I end up stopping out. So I lose 3,700 bucks. So now I'm like, all right, well, that's a disappointing way to start the morning. Right through here, I'm watching it. I take this trade right here, only in the small account, from 10 up to 10.40. I made only about 100 bucks because it didn't hold that level and it came right back down. All right, so that was kind of disappointing. Then it starts to curl up again, right, let's see, right in here. Starts to open up right here. All right, so right here, I got back in my small account. I bought 3,000 shares for the break of 10. It breaks $10 and rips pretty quickly to 10.47 and looks like it's gonna get halted. Then I added in my big account. I added at 10.47 here for this rip up to 10.80, and then I added for the break of 11. And this is what happened. It hit a high of 11.12 and then dropped. Now, in my small account, I actually was up a total of $5,000 because I added right here at 10.50, or at 10 for the break of 10, squeezed up to 10.50, squeezed up to 10.80, and I sold. All right, so I'm out. Locked up my profit there, and then I got back in right here. I got back in here for the break over 11, and it did a false breakout and then flushed back down. And so this stock today ended up being hard to trade, and I lost money on it. As you can see, pretty whippy, starting at the open, again here, again through here. And it's one of those ones that you want to think it has potential because it's been a former runner, but it's really just not, it just wasn't easy to trade. It was very difficult. The spreads were big. It was whipping around 50 cents, $1 a share, false breakouts, and I lost money on it. So, kind of disappointing there. Not the way I wanted to start the year, but it is what it is. So that's SES, MDGS. This one was a gapper, as you can see right here. It hit the high day momentum scanner. I jumped in. As it broke over $2, it hit a high of 218 and then dropped back down, made only $156. Archon, also on the gap scanner right here. This one I jumped into as it was squeezing up over $3. I got in at 295, added at 315. It hit a high here on a red to green move of 329, and I made 900 bucks on it. It's pretty good. Sava, that was the last one that I traded. Well, actually, yes, it was the last stock here in this order, but then I went back and took that last trade. So anyway, Sava right here, as it ripped up to 714, I got in on the red to green move, the break of VWAP at 690. It rips up to 705, 710. I sell. I take my profit. I'm out of it, but only with a couple $100 of profit. I didn't make a lot on it. And then I added back at 715. And then it flushed down here as you can see, is 670, and I ended up stopping out with a loss. So that, when I took this trade, this is about where I was. I was up 3,800, and I took this trade, and I was up only 27. So I was like, all right, well, I didn't give back more than half my gains. I can keep trading. And then that's when I took that last trade on SES right here. I was up 5,000 into this breakout, and then I added right up here, and I gave back about $2,300 or whatever it is. So stopped out there, and I'm a little disappointed that I got chopped up on SES and on Sava, but you know, again, this is just part of trading. We've had an amazing hot streak here. The last few weeks have been terrific. We saw some great momentum, and you know, it's not super surprising that we're seeing things maybe a little slower right around the holiday season and things like that. So I tend to be hard on myself. Anytime I have a day where I'm red, I'm just like, you know, I'm upset with myself, and I feel like I overtraded, and I should have just walked away. I should have seen the writing on the wall, et cetera, et cetera. On the other hand, you know, it's hypocritical, because on a day like last week where I was down 2,800, I was in the red. I kept trading, and I made $17,000. I finished the day up 15 grand. So, you know, that was a day where I did overtrade a little bit. We were seeing initially some really terrible momentum, and then things opened up, and I ended up having a great day. Today, that could have easily happened on SES. And it could have happened on Sava as well. So, you know, you have to just sort of be consistent there and remember to draw the lines in the sand of when you walk away, whether it's after 3 consecutive losses, whether it's after you lose a certain dollar amount, or if you give back a certain percentage of your gains, whatever you set as those thresholds. And then you just have to, you know, you just have to follow, you know, the rules. I mean, that's pretty much it. So, you know, it's just part of being a trader is, you know, learning to kind of know yourself, know what your triggers are, and then set rules around those triggers so you don't make big mistakes. So anyways, a little bit of a disappointing first day of the year, but I'm not going to sweat over it too much. Just take it in stride like anything else, and live to trade another day. So, you know, I'll be back at it tomorrow, Friday. For the last few weeks, Fridays have been our wild card day. We've had some incredible momentum stocks on Fridays. So we'll see maybe if we get a gift from the market tomorrow. But if not, next week will be the first full week. And, you know, I'm just going to try to trade the market that we're in. And, you know, if it is hot, ride that momentum. If it's slow, step back, take it easy, and, you know, wait for things to pick up again, and just kind of try to be really connected with the market. I'm going to do, as I said, a couple of videos here. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a video about what I'm going to do for this small count challenge, kind of capstone class, the final class of the series of the $500 challenge for the month of December. So I'll post that video probably tomorrow. I'm also going to post a video where I do 2019 year in review, where I review all of my metrics for 2019, how much I made, my profit loss ratios, my highlights, and my kind of low points as well. And then I'll also sort of set the stage of what my plans are for 2020 in terms of account growth and strategies and where I want to improve and everything else. So those videos will be coming soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll be posting those on the YouTube channel, and I will see you guys, as always, first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll finish up this week hopefully with a nice watch list and a couple more green trades. You can see clearly how there was opportunity for profit today, but you know, this account on the left side, my CMEG account, I trade aggressively. I get in, I get out. I get back in, I get back out. I get back in, I get back out. And it works really well. This account is more of buy and hold. I'm trading this account on my other computer. So rather than having to move my mouse away from the small account and go check on this one and risk losing something or whatever, having an issue because of that, this computer is the small account. it's dialed into the small account. The hotkeys are all tuned in. And then this computer on the other side is the one I've used for the big account. So while this is more breakout trading, this one has been more of buy and hold, which, I had a couple days in the month of December that were awesome. Of course, we had amazing momentum. So buying and holding, things were going higher. But today, and on Monday and Tuesday, that really was not the case. So that's kind of the challenge of trying to trade in multiple accounts. And I'm not really sure why I even did it today, because this isn't a small account. But I guess because generally I was net positive doing 3 accounts in the month of December, I figured I would just kind of keep doing it until I start the new challenge, but I might have to rethink that a little bit. So anyways, that's fine. I've got, some time to think on that and, make a decision. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you first thing tomorrow morning. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments, because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.